Now this is broadly the model that we will talk about. We'll talk about risk-taking and resilience. All entrepreneurs need that. Doer and efficient, action orientation, which is extremely important, not just conceptually thinking about it. The difference between an innovator, an inventor, and a scientist and an entrepreneur is an entrepreneur does things. He is not worried about how good he looks in front of others. He is not worried about if it is the right way to do it. He gets things done. And that's the quality that I'm sure you will learn in IIT. Otherwise, you wouldn't be here at the age of 16 and 18 and 22 that you guys pass such tough competitive exams. You have differentiated yourself from the rest. Now, don't give it up. Just because you're in IIT, don't think that you can ride the wave. Yeah, you will ride the wave. You will make your $100,000, $200,000 a year. But if you want to make those big bucks, look for opportunities beyond those. Yeah, and dream big. We talk about uncompromising qualities that we need. How do you need to be still an innovator? And the core of those are you have to be a change leader, you have to be a visionary and a dreamer, and quick learner and personal excellence. All these are the characteristics of all the great people that I've researched, that I talked to you about. And I'm not saying that I'm perfect. I still make lots of mistakes. I'm still a continuous learner. One thing that I enjoy is to learn. We talk about Stephen Covey's philosophy, which I have now completely imbibed in my life, which is to live, love, learn, and leave a legacy. The 4 L's. And that helps us a lot. So learning is a must. Collective learning is a must. So those are the things that are important for you to now work on compared to the days when we were. See, when we were in IIT, the most important quality we needed was to be competitive. What did competition mean? When I was growing up in Bombay with a humble background, at 5:45, if I didn't go to the milk booth, my family didn't have milk. There was limited amount. So if everybody came at 5:30, I had to come and stand in the line at 5:15, which means if I was 31st, I am not going to get milk that day. Right? I just want you to understand, we did not live in a world of abundant milk supply. So when I come back and say that the competition meant that there was limited resource and we had to go grab it. But today in India, if I have the same mindset, I cannot grab the opportunities. The mindset today, there is unlimited supply, but you have to grab your fair share. You cannot behave the way I behaved at 5:30 in the morning when I was 6 years old or 8 years old to get milk. So things have changed, so you have to adapt to yourself. But competition is not as important as learning to collaborate and work with people. So that's the key. And today you can even, a friend of mine built a business now in Chennai, headquartered in Chennai. Today he does 1.6 million liters of milk collection a day. Arvind does 1.2. All of this he accomplished in less than 10 years. 1.6 million liters of milk collected every day, processed and sold. Unbelievable, isn't it? Where do these milk come from? Every nook and corner of Tamil Nadu and Andhra Pradesh and Karnataka where he has a collection system. It's a great business. It's a 1,500 crore company today, right? Let's go in one by one. Again, as an innovator on the outer circle that we have drawn, every entrepreneur has to be an innovator. You guys know what innovation is. There is no choice unless you offer new value to customers. Customers are constantly, start focusing on whom you are selling your product to and differentiate yourself. It doesn't matter whether you are in the B2B business that I've been in or B2C business that you are going to be in or FMCG or whether you are in the banking or whether you are in the telecom. It does not matter. You have to package your product differently than your competition and actually deliver value to them. I'm giving you 101s. If you're bored, that's okay. We can go faster. Next. Risk-taking. Again, a real entrepreneur who has no safety net underneath them. We all have this comfort zone, and I talked about that again and again and again. What if I fall? Now I'll tell you a story from my personal life. The first business that I started, I had $10,000. A friend of mine, a fellow IITian, comes to me and says, Raju, you're saying you're leaving a comfortable job, you have a house, you have a mortgage to pay, and you're saying that you want to leave this job and start a new company. This was a company I started in America in 1991 called Vetri. And believe me, I was one of the top paid IIT graduates in that company in EDS. I was making way over $100,000 a year, very comfortable life. And I told my wife, we came to this country with 20 bucks, so let's keep that $20, which we still have kept in our life. And we said, rest of it is a journey, so let's enjoy it. So she said, I'm from an ordinary family, Raju. I don't need anything. I mean, we are very comfortable with the house we have. We have 2 beautiful cars, and we didn't have kids at that time. I would love to have kids. So why take all this risk? I said, just for the fun of it. And will that mean that we will make more money than today? And I said, for the next 5 years, probably not. But that will be a payday if we do something right. It was an enormous amount of risk. And when I look back, it was, I worked probably 4:30 in the morning. I did 2 days of consulting to keep cash coming into the company. And I used to get $250 an hour for my time in those days for the work I did. 2 days I used to do 3,000 times 2, 6,000. You can multiply it by 4 weeks, is $24,000. But I put all of that back to build a product. And we sold 50 licenses of that product with $40,000, $24,000 of my money every month, right? We built a product and we sold 40 licenses for $4 million. Now you can calculate the return on that money. Then we took that money and we came to India and we set up the first BPO shop in 1992.